Good morning. I pray everybody is doing well. I was just popping on here to throw some more rubies out. And what I wanted to talk about is having unshakable faith through God. I read in my Bible and it was talking about how the Jews did not believe in God. Um, God was letting them know God had a whole flock of sheep. And he explained to them and showed him how the sheep would listen to him. He got all of the sheep to come out of the pen, and wherever he went, the sheep followed him. And then also, it was another story in the Bible where it was this man that was sitting down, and the man was blind. He could not see. And the man would be sitting there begging all the time, begging for food and all that kind of stuff because the man couldn't work. So God was with Moses and he walked up on this man, also showing the Jews once again that he is who he say he is. And God picked up some dirt, put some spit on it, and wiped it on the man's eyes. And then next thing you know, the guy was able to see. But these are just stories in the Bible, just showing how miraculous God is and how even back then, God was trying to show people his glory. He was trying to let them know, I am who I say I am. So even though God is a spirit and he's up in the sky, we have to have unshakable faith to believe that everything that we read in the Bible and us being, look at us kind of like we're sheep. We're God's sheep. Okay. God said his sheep will know his voice. If you follow God, it doesn't matter that you cannot see God. You feel it in the spiritual realm. Everything is so spiritual. Okay. So I wanted to get on here and say, let's just continue to follow God. Let's continue to have unshakable faith. Okay. Because when it talks about in the Bible, it talks about all of the many things that God has done for people. And he even has done it for us here on earth. When you hear people healed from cancer, when you hear people healed from mental illness, mental illness, when you hear people have probably had different afflictions on their body and then all of a sudden they go back to the doctor and they are healed. That is God's touch. God has touched them. Okay. God has healed them. So we need to learn how to have unshakable faith in this season. In this season, and know that God is over everything. Okay. And that God knows his sheep by name. We are his sheep. So until